would like to record this session again, and I would like to share the screen again. All right. So I was discussing why we prepare the bar charts, and I let you know visualization, categorical data, comparing categories, illustrating part to whole relationship, and communicate finding. Next one is what what does a bar chart let us know? So if we need to interpret the bar charts, what it does let us know? Frequency distribution, it will let us know the frequency or proportion of each category in a categorical variable. It provide us a comparative analysis. If we create the cluster bar charts, it allows us to compare the multiple categorical variables. If we would like to know the part to the whole relationship, we need to create a stake bar charts to show the relative contribution of each category of the variable. So let's start how we can do these things using the SPSS. We have some data over here. I think someone has message in the group. No, there is no message. All right, at first I was muted, but now I am not. Let me check again. Yes, I am unmuted. I need to start it. Let me check what type of data we can use. We can use the categorical data, we can use the nominal data, we can use the ordinal data. So we need to check what type of data or options do we have. Like we have a nominal variable with nominal measurable measurement, and we have the age category as a categorical variable. So first we need to analyze the gender as a nominal variable for bar charts. So how can we do it? Go to the graphics, click the charts, click OK. Then then you will see the following window. Here is an option appearing with the name as a bar. So these are the options of bar charts. This is simple bar, this is cluster bar, this is stake bar. I have told you about the three of the bars in the types. I have told you in case of symbol bar, you can represent a single categorical variable or single nominal variable. But if you would like to compare uh, the distribution of two or more categorical variable side by side, you need to choose the cluster bar charts. And if you would like to represent a categorical variable as a part of the whole, you should use stake bar chart. So we will use each of these categories one by one. First of all, I would like to use the simple bar charts. Just double click it and use the nominal data, or you can also use the categorical data. So I will use the gender over here, and it will create. I need to see whether I have I have corrected the value of the data. Yes, male and females are available. All right, I need to check what is the issue over here. Graphs, chart builder. Okay. All right. Click on the bar, simple bar charts, and click on simple bar charts. And let's suppose we are taking age as a different categories. It is a categorical variable and it is showing 11. Uh, Basically, simple bar charts represent when we are representing the frequency or distribution of a single categorical variable. In case of cluster bar charts, compares the distribution of two or more categorical variable, and in case of stake bar chart, display the contribution of each category to the whole. Let's suppose we apply the second category, that is cluster, that is stake. Let's suppose we use it. Yes, we can use if we have if we want to compare how much an individual component is showing as a part of the whole, we can use stake bar charts. So in case of a single categorical variable, like I need to see whether I have put education. Yes, I have three categories for education. Let's analyze it using graph charts builder. Okay, age bar charts, simple bar chart for age. It is showing a single. Uh, if we are using, we have, we can say that, yes, we have five categories in these variable. You can use it. You should go to the chart builder, click OK, simple bar charts. Let's suppose I am using MB1, and it will let you show this. Click OK, and you can see it with number 4, which is agree. It is showing more responses. More than 40 responses are from this particular category, and the second category is 5. It's mean more people are responding towards agree or strongly agree, and there are lesser number of people who are giving the response number 3 or 2 or 1. So in this way, you can interpret the simple bar chart. If we analyze the other category of bar charts, we can see that if we click OK, and we need to see the education. Let's suppose we want to analyze the cluster bar charts when we have two different categories of categorical variable. Let's suppose we want to analyze or we want to compare the education with gender. So let's take education on Y, let's take education on X axis, and let's take the age on Y. All right. So it will create, it will look like this, but it is basically showing the count data. If we include the gender in it, yes. All right. If we include this, no, there is an issue with it. Why it is not showing the bar charts or stake bar charts? It should be the, it should open the option, but it is not showing it. Let's include the work experience. Again, it is not showing it. Education, no. Age, again, no. Gender, again, no. The basic thing it is showing that we need to have some count data with it, that how many of the people are graduate, postgraduate, or PhD and other. Let's go towards the stake bar charts. If we would like to see the education, how can we use it? Like for gender, no. For age, it is showing like this, but the option is not open here. I didn't understand why it is not opening the option. Uh, for this session, you just concentrate on the simple bar chart because there are some problem why it is not considering the count data. You just concentrate on the simple bar charts for today's session. I will elaborate the cluster and stake bar after resolving the issue why it is not considering it. No, this has created OK button. No, this does not create the OK button. Only simple bar charts it will show. I will let know why the problem exists over here. Let's go towards the second category of the charts. We have discussed the bar charts. The second category is line chart. So we need to discuss it. The line chart with its different types. A line chart is a type of graph that displays information using a series of data points called markers connected by straight line or segment. These data points are usually plotted on a two-dimensional plane with one axis representing the independent variable and the other representing the dependent variable. So if we have one independent and one dependent variable and we need to plot using the line charts, we can do it. So we need to have the independent variable in terms of categories or in terms of time, and we need to have the dependent variable in numerical values. It means that the type of the data in case of both variable should be different. In case of independent variable, the type of data need to be a time variable or categorical variable, or in case of dependent variable, it should be the numerical values. Like if we would like to see whether uh, the income of a person decreases uh, within 10 years or not. So the number of years would be my independent variable, and the income or the household income of that person would be the dependent variable as a numerical values. So there are three types of charts: simple line charts, multiple line charts, and line charts with markers. So in simple line charts, it represents the trend or pattern of a single continuous variable. It means that the dependent variable needs to be continuous variable over time or another ordered variable. In multiple line charts, compare the trend of multiple continuous variable on the same charts. Line chart with markers adds data point as a markers on the line for emphasis. Basically, in this case, we have some points representing on each data point, on each bar, or on each trend that will show you how much value lies on that point. The type of data that requires the line chart, you need to have a time series data. If you have a time series data, for example, I let you know that I want to analyze the income of a person in the past 10 years. So number of years would be the time dimension, and the income will be the continuous variable dimension of that data. So if I want to analyze how much the income has been in the last 10 years, or take an example of inflation rate in Pakistan, over 2 or 3 years the inflation has increased in a drastic manner. So if I would like to analyze the inflation of past 10 years, past 6 year, or past 10 month, I can analyze it by line chart, because on one end I would take the number of years, and on the second end I would take the number of continuous variable categories. Uh, you can also take the ordinal data as an independent variable. For ordinal variable where there is meaningful order, like survey response scale, in terms of continuous data, you need to have a dependent variable with continuous data. Like for example, I let you know that I want to compare the income of a person over the past 10 years or past 5 years. So I would I would need to have the data in the dependent variable in continuous form. Why prepare line charts? What is the purpose of preparing the line charts? Visualizing trend. For Line charts are effective for displaying trends and pattern in the data over continuum. Comparing multiple trends, if you want to compare the multiple trends on a single chart, enable easy comparison of trends between different groups or variables. Identifying patterns, if you would like to see what is the pattern of your data, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Like in the stock exchange, most of the people would like to see the pattern of the prices of shares. So they can create the line charts. So line charts help in identifying patterns such as increase, decrease, or fluctuation over time, highlighting the point of interest. Markers online can emphasize the specific data points or events. What does a line chart tell? If we need to interpret a line chart, how can we interpret it? Trend analysis, it will let you know the trend analysis of your data. Like for example, I told you about stock exchange. The prices are going upward, downward, or they may be on moving average. So if we would like to know the pattern, whether it is increasing or decreasing, we need to have some trend analysis. So line charts show you the direction and magnitude of the trend in the data. Next is comparative analysis. If you want to compare more than two categories of the data, you can have it from the line charts. Multiple lines allow for the comparison of trends between different groups or variables. Turning points, you can also find out if there is a turning point in the data. Like sometimes a news break in the market, or a market bubbles appear in the market, and suddenly the stock exchange crash down. So you would like to know why, at which point the news have broken down the stock exchange. It would be a turning point. And sometimes a news comes in the market, and the prices go upward. So if you want to identify the turning point of your data, you can do it. The next is rate of change. If you would like to know the slope of line indicating the rate of change in the variable, you can do it. So I would like to let you know how you can analyze your data. But first, you need to have some continuous data in your data set. In my data, I have categorical variable, but I do not have the continuous variable. So I need to create a continuous variable. Like for example, I can create a continuous variable like income. Let's create some binary number, because we need some continuous data. So I am creating some binary numbers so that we can easily find out how a line chart can we create. uh, or there is another way. You can go online. You can take some data online, go to the Google. For example, I would like to know the exchange rate. Let it be, let we have inflation rate. Of Pakistan in past 10 years. Let's browse. We need to have some time series data. So we take some time series data from here. download historical data. Yes, it is downloaded. Let's take this data to exemplify the line chart. I didn't understand why this is showing again and again. So this is the time series data. Yes, this is the time series data of inflation rate over the past many years. So let's take it in our data set. Let be we have inflation, inflation, and we have the number of years. We can create it as a scale variable, and we can create it as a nominal or categorical. So we need to put that data over here like this. Yes, the inflation data is here, and we need to put some number of years. For example, we can consider 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. Actually, Excel is not working, so I need to put some number of years in a manual format. So just wait a little. Let's suppose we have these number of values. We have a year, and we have some values like this. I want to delete these values so that I can easily compare these two. So just go to the graph chart builder. As we have to create a line chart, so here is the option for line chart. Simply click it, click this one. It is requiring you what type of line charts you would like to create. I would like to create the inflation. You can see the line charts of it. If I want to create the multiple lines, if I have if I have more than one continuous variable, I can create the line charts of multiple with multiple lines. So simply you need to have a simple line charts because we have only one continuous variable. You can filter it. You can consider the basic element, like I would like to see how much I can include as a number of years. If the option appears over here, choose the axis x. I have choose the x as inflation. I need to choose the y. Yes, y has appeared. Now I will put years as this and create the simple bar charts. So it has already adjusted the years. You can click OK, and a chart like this will appear. Yes, it is showing the random trend. Sometimes it increases, sometimes it decreases, and sometimes it goes upward and then it continues. So if we put data, more data, we can also like to know how much, what is the trend of the data. There is a question from the audience. Just a minute. No, there is no question. All right, let's get to the next part. That is the third part, which is regarding the line chart. And we have 2 minutes to complete this session. Pie chart with its different type. A pie chart is a circular statistical graphic that is divided into slices to illustrate numerical proportion. Each slice represent a proportionate part of the whole, and the size of each slice is proportional to the quantity it represents. Pie charts are commonly used to show the distribution of categorical variable as a whole. So there are three types of pie charts: simple pie charts, exploded pie charts, and 3D pie charts. We have different options in pie charts that we can utilize. Types of data that require pie charts. If we have categorical data, if we have nominal data, and if we have proportional data, we can use the pie charts. Why? To prepare the pie charts, it visualize proportion, it compares the category, it highlights the dominant category, it simplify the communication. What does a pie chart tell? It will tell you the proportional distribution, comparison of categories, identify the dominant categories. Before the time ends, please uh, take a screenshot of drill number 2. You will be provided 15 minutes to complete it during the break. Use your data set to create the following bar charts, line chart, and pie chart. And meanwhile, I will let you know how to create a pie chart. Simply go to the graph, create chart builder, click OK, and you have a pie chart. Click this chart and put any variable that you would like to see as a pie chart and click OK. And you can see a pie chart representing the proportion of different categories. It will show you how much different categories are representing.